Have you ever felt that something in this world is not as it seems? That reality is somehow scripted, orchestrated, and carefully designed to keep you from seeing what truly governs your existence? What if I told you that the way you perceive life, your struggles, your limitations, your very understanding of who you are, is not a result of chance, but of a carefully crafted illusion? And what if I told you that, beyond this illusion, lies a power so profound, so transformative, that it could shift the entire trajectory of your life? There is a reason why you have always felt different, why the way the world operates never quite made sense to you. Deep inside, you have always known that something greater exists, that there is more to this existence than the mundane routines society enforces upon us. You sense it when you look at the stars, when you feel the depth of your own consciousness, when you recognize moments of synchronicity too precise to be coincidences. You are not alone in this feeling. Those who are called the chosen ones, those who walk a path unlike any other, have always been able to perceive the cracks in the illusion. But the question remains, why is the truth so hidden? Who benefits from keeping you blind to your own power? The answer is simple. Knowledge is power, and real power has never been meant for the masses. There is an ancient truth, a divine force interwoven into the very fabric of existence, a power that does not belong to a select few, but is inherently part of you. Yet, those who hold influence in this world have spent centuries ensuring that you never discover it. They have rewritten history, distorted spiritual truths, and engineered belief systems that keep you looking outward, searching for salvation in places it was never meant to be found. But today that changes. Today you begin to see the misconception about God, the illusion of separation. For centuries, humanity has been taught to view God as an external entity, a distant force residing beyond the skies, watching, judging, intervening only when deemed necessary. We have been told that God is something we must seek, something we must prove ourselves worthy of, something separate from who we are. This idea is not just misleading. It is the single greatest deception ever imposed upon human consciousness. From the moment you were born, you were conditioned to believe in a reality of separation. You were taught that there is you, and then there is God, and between the two exists an unbridgeable chasm. Religions, institutions, and systems of power have reinforced this lie, ensuring that you remain in a perpetual state of yearning, always searching, always feeling unworthy, always believing that divinity is something outside of you. And yet, what if the very essence of God is not something to be found, but something that has always been within you? The true nature of God is not a distant entity, but a living, breathing consciousness that permeates all things, including you. The same force that created the universe pulses through your very being, moving through your thoughts, your emotions, your very essence. God is not watching from afar. God is within you, manifesting as your awareness, your creativity, your ability to shape reality with your very mind. But why is this truth hidden? Why does the world insist on making you believe otherwise? Because the moment you realize that God is not separate from you, the illusion of control collapses. If you knew that you had the same creative power that shapes the cosmos, you would no longer be dependent on external authorities, religious institutions, or societal structures that dictate what you should believe, how you should live, and who you should worship. You would no longer submit to the fears and limitations imposed upon you. Instead, you would step into your true divine nature, a creator, a master of reality, a being capable of manifesting abundance, healing, and transformation. This is the truth that has been hidden in plain sight. The elite know it. The secret societies and ancient orders understand it, and for centuries they have worked tirelessly to ensure that you never do. Because a world filled with awakened beings, people who understand that they are divine, powerful, and limitless, would be a world where control structures would crumble, where fear-based ideologies would lose their grip, where manipulation would be impossible. That is why they feed you distractions. That is why they instill fear. That is why they keep you looking outward when the truth has always been within. The greatest illusion is the illusion of separation, and once you see through it, you will never be the same again. The secret knowledge of the elite, how they manipulate reality. The secret elite, the ones who pull the strings behind governments, financial institutions, and global structures of power, have long understood a fundamental truth about reality. It is not fixed. It is not a rigid, predetermined sequence of events. It is fluid, malleable, and entirely shaped by consciousness. And more importantly, they know that the masses must never realize this truth. For centuries, they have utilized this knowledge to shape the world in their favor, bending the laws of manifestation, energy, and perception to construct a society that benefits them while keeping others trapped in cycles of limitation. They have studied the power of thought, the science of frequency, and the mechanics of human psychology. They understand that every belief, every emotion, every expectation radiates a frequency into the universe, a frequency that determines what we experience. This is why they use fear. Fear is the single most powerful tool of control, and they wield it masterfully. Every war, every economic collapse, every crisis, these are not random events, but orchestrated mechanisms designed to keep humanity in a state of powerlessness. Because when you exist in fear, your vibration plummets. Your creative force is suppressed. You become reactive rather than proactive, a servant rather than a creator. They do not want you to know that your mind is a transmitter, sending signals into the universal field that determine what unfolds in your reality. They do not want you to understand that the very fabric of this world responds to your thoughts, your emotions, and your expectations. Instead, they flood you with narratives of scarcity, of struggle, of insignificance, ensuring that you never realize your ability to create, to influence, to shape your own destiny. But the chosen ones, the ones who have always felt different, who have always sensed that something is amiss, are waking up. You are beginning to see beyond the illusion. You are recognizing that your thoughts are not just fleeting mental occurrences. They are directives to the universe, commands that sculpt reality. And this is why you have always felt resistance. This is why society has tried to break you, silence you, conform you. Because those who control the system know that if even a fraction of people awaken to this knowledge, the balance of power will shift irreversibly. The elite do not possess some supernatural power that makes them untouchable. Their strength lies in their awareness of this fundamental truth. Reality bends to consciousness. They cultivate absolute clarity in their thoughts, emotions, and intentions. They do not allow fear, doubt, or limitation to dictate their choices. They focus only on outcomes, aligning their energy with the certainty of manifestation. And that is exactly what they don't want you to do. They want you distracted, confused, questioning your own power. But the moment you reclaim your awareness, the moment you realize that your mind, your energy, and your emotions are the true architects of your reality, you break free. You step into the realm of creation, where nothing is impossible and where your very existence becomes a statement of divine authority. And once you reach that level of understanding, you can never be controlled again. The power within you, how to reclaim your divine nature. There is something within you that is far greater than you have ever been told. A force, a presence, a power so vast and limitless that if you were to fully embrace it, your life would never be the same again. But from the moment you took your first breath, you were conditioned to believe otherwise. You were taught that you are small, insignificant, at the mercy of forces beyond your control. You were told that power lies in the hands of the few, that miracles are rare. That reality is something that happens to you, not something you create. But all of that is a lie. The power within you is not something you must earn, search for, or wait to receive. It has always been there, quietly flowing through your thoughts, your emotions, your very being. It is the same energy that breathes life into the stars, that moves the tides, that shapes entire universes. And yet, despite this infinite potential, most people spend their lives trapped in limitation because they have been made to forget who they are. The chosen ones, the ones who feel the calling, the ones who have always sensed that they are different, are beginning to remember. They are breaking free from the illusions of powerlessness, recognizing that they are not separate from the divine, but an extension of it. They are coming to understand that the same force that created the cosmos pulses within them, waiting to be directed, waiting to be harnessed. But how do you reclaim it? How do you awaken to your divine nature when the world has spent lifetimes convincing you that you are weak? The answer is simple but profound. You must unlearn everything that has kept you small. You must recognize that every thought you think, every emotion you feel, is an act of creation. You must understand that the universe does not respond to empty prayers, but to your energy, your certainty, your alignment with what you desire. Power is not about control. It is not about force or domination. True power is knowing who you are, standing firm in that knowledge, and allowing your reality to be shaped by your own intention rather than by the expectations of the world. It is about tapping into the source within you, aligning with the divine force that has always been there, and using it consciously. The moment you stop waiting for permission, the moment you stop looking outside of yourself for validation, you will step into a level of existence that most people cannot even fathom. You will no longer react to life, you will create it, and that is the greatest power of all. The hidden law of detachment, why control is an illusion. The more desperately you cling to something, the more elusive it becomes. You have seen this before, the job you wanted so badly but never got, the love you chased that slipped through your fingers, the success that seemed within reach but always just out of grasp. And yet, the moment you stopped obsessing over these things, the moment you let go and moved on, they often found their way back to you effortlessly. This is not coincidence. It is one of the most profound and hidden laws of the universe, detachment. Society teaches you that to succeed, you must strive relentlessly, fight, struggle, and never let go. But the truth is the opposite. The more you attach yourself to an outcome, the more you push it away, because attachment is rooted in lack, fear, and desperation. When you say, "I need this," what you are really telling the universe is, "I do not have this." And because the universe reflects your internal state, it will continue to mirror that absence back to you. Detachment does not mean indifference. It does not mean you stop desiring, dreaming, or working towards your goals. What it means is that you no longer allow those desires to own you. You set your intentions clearly, align with them, and then trust that the universe is already in motion, bringing everything to you in divine timing. You do not beg for what is already yours. You do not chase what is meant for you, because what is meant for you will be drawn to you effortlessly when you embody the energy of already having it. This is the secret that only a few truly understand. The elite, the powerful, those who seem to manifest anything they desire, they do not obsess over outcomes. They expect them. They act with certainty, knowing that the universe operates not on force, but on resonance. And because they are in a state of inner alignment, the outer world bends to match them. The moment you release your grip, the moment you stop holding on so tightly, everything begins to flow. The right opportunities, the right people, the right circumstances will align in ways you could never have planned. But only if you trust, only if you let go of fear, of doubt, of the belief that you must control every detail of your life. Control is an illusion. The real power lies in surrendering to the infinite intelligence of the universe and allowing it to unfold exactly as it is meant to. The universal mirror, why your outer world reflects your inner state. Look around you. Every experience, every relationship, every struggle, every moment of joy, they are not happening to you. They are happening because of you. The world you see outside of you is nothing more than a reflection of what exists within. Most people believe that reality is something separate from them, something fixed and independent. But in truth, reality is a mirror. It reflects back to you the sum of your beliefs, your emotions, your expectations. If you see lack, struggle, and failure, it is not because the world is inherently cruel. It is because somewhere deep inside, you are carrying those frequencies within you. And if you see abundance, love, and opportunity, it is because that is what you have cultivated internally. The elite, the powerful, those who seem untouchable in their success, they understand this truth at a fundamental level. They do not react to the world. They dictate it by mastering their internal state. They know that the key to changing their reality is not to fight against external circumstances, but to shift what is happening inside. Because when you elevate your internal frequency, the world has no choice but to shift to match it. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how someone who is deeply confident, truly certain of their worth, seems to attract everything effortlessly? It is not because they are lucky. It is because they embody the energy of already having what they desire. The universe does not bring you what you want, it brings you what you are. If you feel small, unworthy, and powerless, the world will mirror that back to you. If you feel powerful, limitless, and deserving, that is exactly what you will receive. So the question is not, how do I change my life? The real question is, how do I change myself? Because when you shift your internal world, your external world has no choice but to follow. Your energy precedes you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your subconscious beliefs, they are the architects of your reality. And the moment you begin to shift them consciously, everything around you will shift in return. Most people spend their entire lives trying to change external circumstances while remaining the same internally. And that is why they stay stuck. They think that once they get the job, the relationship, the money, they will finally feel different. But that is not how it works. You must feel it first, embody it first, become it first. Only then will the world reflect it back to you. This is not wishful thinking. This is not a game of hoping and waiting. This is the foundational law of existence. The universe is a mirror, and it will always show you exactly who you are. Change yourself and you will change everything. Why this knowledge is kept from the masses. If you had the power to shape reality, to command the very fabric of existence, to create abundance, love, and success at will, would you need rulers? Would you need systems to dictate your worth, your potential, or your purpose? The answer is obvious. A fully awakened individual cannot be controlled, cannot be manipulated, cannot be enslaved by the constructs of society. This is precisely why the truth about your power has been buried, distorted, and kept from the masses for centuries. The elite, the architects of this world, understand the fundamental law of creation. Consciousness dictates reality. They know that those who master their thoughts, emotions, and energy are the true creators of their destiny. But instead of allowing this knowledge to be widely accessible, they have weaponized it, using it to maintain control while ensuring that the rest of humanity remains blind to its own potential. They have rewritten spiritual doctrines, turned divine wisdom into rigid dogma, and conditioned people to believe that they are powerless, separate from the divine, and at the mercy of fate. Look at the world around you. Fear is everywhere: fear of scarcity, fear of the future, fear of failure. This is not accidental. Fear is the most effective tool of suppression because it locks people into a state of survival, making them reactive rather than creative. The more afraid you are, the less you question, the less you dream, the less you recognize your ability to shape reality. This is why the media thrives on negativity. This is why wars, crises, and divisions are constantly fueled. A society in fear is a society that remains asleep, but it doesn't stop there. Education, religion, government, these institutions were not designed to empower you. They were designed to shape your perception of reality, to mold you into a compliant participant in a world that does not serve you but serves those in power. You were taught to obey, not to question, to work, not to create, to seek approval, not to trust your own inner knowing. And above all, you were taught that power exists outside of you, that God is external, that success is earned through suffering, that you must wait for permission to live the life you desire. The greatest deception ever imposed upon humanity is the belief that we are separate from our own power, that we are insignificant, unworthy, or incapable of shaping our destiny. But the truth is, the moment you wake up, the moment you reclaim your awareness, the illusion crumbles. That is why those who hold power fear the chosen ones, because the chosen ones do not blindly follow, they do not conform, they do not accept limitation as truth. They see through the lies. They feel the call of something greater, and once they awaken, they cannot be controlled. This knowledge was never meant to be kept from you. It was never meant to be hoarded by a select few while the rest of the world lived in ignorance. But we are in an age of awakening. The illusion is breaking, the hidden truths are resurfacing, and those who were meant to lead the way, the chosen ones, are beginning to step forward. You are not here by accident. You are here to break the cycle, to reclaim your divine inheritance, and to show the world what is possible when one fully embodies the truth. But knowledge alone is not enough. You must act on it, you must step into it, you must become it, because the only thing more powerful than knowing the truth is living it. Step into your power and transform reality. Now that you know the truth, what will you do with it? Will you let it pass through you like another fleeting idea, or will you allow it to change you, to awaken something deep within, to remind you of who you have always been? Because this knowledge, this understanding of your divine nature, is not meant to be intellectualized. It is meant to be embodied, lived, and expressed in every thought, every action, every moment of your existence. You are not powerless. You never were. Every limitation you have ever believed in was a construct, a story you were told, a falsehood designed to keep you from realizing your true nature. The time has come to discard those illusions. The time has come to reclaim what has always been yours. Step forward with certainty, knowing that you are the architect of your reality. No more waiting, no more seeking, no more doubting your own worth. The universe is not outside of you. It is within you, responding to your energy, your intention, your belief in yourself. Every thought you think is a ripple in the fabric of creation. Every emotion you feel is a frequency shaping what comes next. Align yourself with the truth. Think with clarity, feel with certainty, act with purpose. And then watch as reality bends to match the energy you emit. This is the path of the chosen ones, the path of those who refuse to be bound by fear, who no longer seek permission to be powerful, who recognize that everything they desire is already within them. You did not come here to live a life of struggle and limitation. You came here to awaken, to remember, to create. So now the choice is yours. Will you continue living by the limitations that were imposed upon you, or will you step into your power, knowing that you are the very force you have been searching for all along? The universe is waiting for you to decide.